Hello everyone, welcome to New Wave Coaching Classes for Mathematics. This is your host Jatin. Today we are going to start a new topic. The name of the topic is surface area and volumes. In this chapter we are going to learn about how to find the surface areas for the combination of solids, volume of the combination of solids. When an object is converted from one form to the other, then the volume remains same and we have to find the different dimensions. And finally, we will also learn a new object that is called as frustum of a cone. But today we are going to start with the surface area of combination of solids. Before we talk about the surface area of combination of solids, we should know one thing. We should remember the formulas to find the total surface area, curved surface area or little surface area of different three-dimensional objects like cube, cuboid, cylinder, cone, sphere and hemisphere. We have the combination of these kinds of solids in this chapter, right? Now the question comes, if we have a combination of two different objects, how to find the total surface area? So let's see one of the example from here. Now if I talk about a combination of a cylinder and a cone. Now if you see carefully, what is common here? The objects have common base. The base is common from them, right? So when we talk about the total surface area of any combination, we are not adding the total surface area of different objects and finding the answer. No, that's the wrong way. What we have to do, whatever the objects are given and whatever their surfaces are visible to us, we have to find the area of that surface which is visible to us. Like if you see in this object, what we have here, this cone and this cylinder have a common base. It means we cannot take the total surface area of cone because the base of cone is not visible as it is merged with the base of a cylinder. Right? Same way, we cannot take total surface area of cylinder because one of the base is already merged with the cone. Here, when we talk about the total surface area of this combined object, what we take? We take the curved surface area of cone, we take the curved surface area of cylinder, and finally, we take the area of the base of the cylinder. So this is the way by which we proceed in this exercise, right? So let's start with some of the questions from exercise 13.1. The first question of exercise 13.1 is such that is given two cubes each of volume 64 cm cube are joined end to end. Find the surface area of the resulting cuboid. Now in the first question, see what is important here, you have to draw the diagram. That is very important. If you make a correct diagram, half of the work is done because you know what you have to find here. Now what is given us? We are given two cubes. So let's take two cubes first. Now the cubes are joined end to end. You can keep this cube up also. You can keep, it can be, since the cube has all the sides equal, you can keep two cubes anyway. You can keep side by side, you can keep one on the top also, doesn't matter. It forms a same kind of cuboid, right? So this is the two cubes which are joined together. Now if we have to find the surface area of the resulting cuboid, we should know the dimensions. But the dimensions are not given to us, right? What is given to us? We are given that volume of one cube, the volume of one cube is 64 centimeter cube. Now the first step is to find the side of the cube. So we know that the formula to find the volume of cube is side cube. So I write side cube equals to 64, which gives me side equal to 4 centimeter after taking the cube root of 64. Now, I know this is 4 centimeter. This is 4 centimeter. This is 4 centimeter. And this one is also 4 centimeter. Right? So when a cuboid is formed by joining two cubes, one of the dimension changes. Either it could be length, it could be breadth, or it could be height. It doesn't matter actually. Right? So we say let now the new length, or just say the length of cuboid is equal to 4 plus 4, that comes out to be 8 centimeter. And the breadth, it remains same, that of the original cube, that is 4 centimeter. And even the height also remains same, that of the original cube. Now, in the question they have asked, we have to find the surface area of the resultant cuboid. So, in this question, what we have to do? We have to find the surface area of cuboid, but we cannot add the individual surface area of the two cubes and find the answer. That will be a wrong thing, right? So, here, the total surface area of cuboid, and we have the formula 2 into length into breadth plus breadth into height plus height into length. We just find it out. This is 2 times 8 into 4 plus 4 into 4 plus 4 into 8. Right, so we just find out the answer for this. This would be actually, this is 32 plus 16 plus 32. That comes out to be 160 centimeter square. So this is the total surface area of the resulting cuboid. Let's go to the next question. Question number 2. It is given that a vessel in the form of a hollow hemisphere mounted by a hollow cylinder. So what we have basically, we have a hollow hemisphere. So this is the hemisphere we have. And what's given? A hollow cylinder is over it. So we have a hollow cylinder over it. Right, so this is the actual shape of the object. Now what they say, the diameter of hemisphere is 14 centimeter. This diameter is given to us as 14 centimeter. So obviously the diameter of the cylinder is also 14 centimeter. And the total height of the vessel is 13 centimeter. This is the total height. And this is given to us as 13 centimeter. Now what we have to find? We have to find the inner surface area of the vessel. See, whenever we have a hollow object, either we will have to find the inner or the outer surface area of the object, right? Now, what is given? Diameter of hemisphere is 14 centimeter. So this means radius will be half of this, that is 7 centimeter. Now, you see from here till here, this is 7 centimeter, right? And the total height is 13. It means the height of cylinder, when we find, we subtract this 7 centimeter. Now, total height of object, total height is given to us as 13 centimeter. So, therefore, height of cylindrical portion is equal to 13 minus 7, that is 6 centimeter. Right? Now, what I have to find inner surface area of object. Right? So, inner surface area of object here it would be the curved surface area of cylinder plus the curved surface area of the hemisphere. So, we write curved surface area of cylinder plus curved surface area of hemisphere. Now the formula here is 2 pi RH and the curved surface area hemisphere is 2 pi r square. Now if you see, you can simplify this question in a more better way. See, in the previous chapter also I have discussed the calculation in the questions of surface and volumes and the areas is a little bit typical. So try to make them more simple. So how we can do? First of all, we can make this formula simple. We can take 2 pi r common from here. So that will little bit minimize our calculation. Something like this. Now we substitute the values. So this is 2 times 22 by 7 times 7, and inside the bracket we have h is 6 plus 7. So the 7 cancels out. So this is 44 into 13. So this is 13 fours are 52. And this is 572 centimeter square. So this is how we can do this question, right? Let's go to the next question of this exercise now. In question number 3, it is given a toy in the form of a cone of radius 3.5 centimeter mounted on a hemisphere of same radius. Now what we have here, let's draw the diagram first. So there is a hemisphere. Right, and over the hemisphere what we have, a toy is in the form of a cone of radius 3.5 mounted on a hemisphere of same radius. So we have a toy and this is a cone over it, something like this. Right, so they have a common base basically here. Now what is given to us, that the radius of this thing is 3.5 centimeter. Radius is 3.5 centimeter. And the total height of this object is given to us as 15.5 centimeter. Right, and we have to find the total surface area of the toy. Right, so first write what are the things given to us. Radius is 3.5 centimeter. The total height is given to us as 15.5 centimeter. Now we need to find we require the height of this conical portion also. Right? So what we can do, see this radius 3.5, so if this is 3.5, we can subtract 3.5 from the total height of the toy. So the height of cone of conical part, that is 15.5 minus 3.5, and we get it as 12 centimeter, right? Now what? To find the total surface area of this toy, what is required? We need to find the curved surface area of cone and the curved surface area of the hemisphere, right? Now the curved surface area of cone, the formula to find the curved surface area of cone is pi r L, and L here is slant height, which is not given to us. So before we find that curved surface area, we need to find the slant height of the cone. So we have the formula, slant height L equals to square root of h square plus r square. So this is h we have 12 centimeter and r is 3.5, so just substitute the values. So this is 12 square plus 3.5 square Right, so what we have here, this is 144 plus 12.25, and we get it as here 156.25, and this means the value of L is 12.5 centimeter, right? So this is the way we find the L. Now we talk about the total surface area of toy. So total surface area of toy here would be CSA of cone plus CSA of hemisphere. Right. Now the formula is pi r L plus 2 pi r square. Now what? Again we can make it more easy by taking pi r as common. So we take pi r common, and what is left inside? L plus 2r. So this is left inside. Now we just substitute the values. This is 22/7 times 3.5, and inside the bracket we have L is 12.5 plus we have 2 into r, and r is 3.5 centimeter. So we write here 2 into 3.5. Right, this cancels out with 7, this comes up with 2, this is 11. So this is 11 into, and inside the bracket we have 12.5 plus 9 plus 7. So this is 11 into 19.5. So we multiply this now. This will be 5. Then we have 4. 1, 1. There is some mistake. Let it take once again. So this is not 114. This is actually 214.5 centimeter square. So this is the total surface area of the combined object. Let's go to the next question. Question number 4. Now in question number 4 it is given a cubical block of size 7 cm is surmounted by a hemisphere. So now what we have, a cubical block, let's draw a cube first. Now this is a cubical block and there is a hemisphere over it. So we draw a hemisphere now. So this is the circle and this is the hemisphere, right? Now what they have asked us, it is given that the side of the cube is 7 centimeter, right? Now the first thing they ask, what is the greatest diameter the hemisphere can have? So the greatest diameter the hemisphere can have is basically 7 only. Greatest diameter a hemisphere can have equals to 7 centimeter. Since it is a cube, that is why it is 7 centimeter. Suppose it had been a cuboid on the, it had been a rectangular shape on the top, something like this. Then if you want to make a circle, a cube over this, this is the top view basically. If basically it's a cuboid shape and we are fixing a hemisphere over it, in that case the greatest diameter would be the width of the rectangle in that case. Right? Here the sides are equal, so it is not, it doesn't matter basically the length or breadth because all the sides of a cube are equal, right? Now the next thing is we have to find the total surface area of this object. Now there's one problem. The problem is if we need to find the total surface area, I told you in the beginning we find the surface area of that thing which is visible to us. Now in case of this cuboid, the 5 faces of the cuboid are clearly visible. That is, if you talk about this face, one behind this, and one of the base. Right? I just draw a little bit. Something like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? 1, 2, 3, and this one 4 and the one base. This is completely visible. And the curved area of hemisphere is also visible to us. But if we see it from the top view is something like this. There is a sphere. The top view is basically the sphere is on the top, and a semicircle, we draw a circle over it. This is the top view basically. And in this top view, only this portion is visible to us. Only this portion. Now to find the area of this portion is basically a square minus the area of circle. Right? Now, if I have to find the total surface area, if I have to find the total surface area of object, in that case, what I am doing, first I write the area of 5 faces of the square which are visible to me. So I write 5 into side square plus. Then I take the curved surface area of the hemisphere, that is 2 pi r square, and then plus I require this area of the shaded portion which is visible to us. Now this shaded portion is basically this one. This portion which I am highlighting here in the right, this is the portion which is visible in this form, right? So for this, what we do, we write area of sphere minus area of circle. Right? Now, if I modify this thing, this is 5 into side square plus 2 pi r square plus in the bracket, inside the bracket, if I open the bracket also, then also this will be side square minus pi r square. Now, what we can do to make it more easy, we can just simplify the formula. This 5 side square and this side square become 6 into side square. And this 2 pi r square minus pi r square becomes pi r square. So this is the thing we have away left in the end. We just substitute the value. This is 6 times 7 square plus 22 upon 7 into 7 by 2. 7 by 2 comes 2 times. So this is 6 times 49, and then we have plus this 7 cancels out here, this cancels out, so we have 77 upon 2 here, right? So multiply this 49 by 6, and this is 294, and this will be, if I just take in the decimal, this is 38.5. Now we add these two, so we get the answer as, this is 0.5 first here, 4 plus 8 is 12, 1 carry, 9 plus 3 12 plus 1 13, 1 carry, and again this is 3. So this is the complete area of this combination of the solid of the combination of solids of cube and the hemisphere. Right, dear friends? So this was some of the questions of exercise 13.1. The remaining questions we will do in the next lecture. I hope you understood everything. If not, just go and watch the video again. Anything you have not understood, just write in the comment section, so I can just go through that and try to solve your problem. Right, dear friends? So make sure to you like the video and subscribe to my channel. This is your host signing off. Goodbye and take care. Bye bye.